Hey guys, it's me again. Welcome back, and we are going to go over 4 years of running shirts. So let's get into it. All right, so the first brand that we will go over is Tultex. Every single race shirt that I've had is a thin race shirt. It's a cotton blend. And as you can see with the True to the Brew half marathon shirt here, the shirt takes nicely when it comes to printing on it. I have yet to be disappointed from a Tultex shirt. The shirt right here is my Quarry Crusher shirt, which reminds me, apparently I don't have every shirt from every race because I have ran that twice, and yet I can only find one Quarry Crusher shirt. All right, so the next set of shirts that I have is from a company called A4, and these shirts are performance shirts or tech shirts or technical shirts. I think a lot of runners are very happy to get these because they're supposed to be moisture wicking. I do have two types of A4 shirts. Now here is a race that doesn't happen in the Carolinas anymore, and I think this is my oldest A4 shirt. This is a thicker shirt than the Run Hard, and this was a race that I did earlier last year. And as you can see, the printing is pretty well on it, and this feels very silky smooth as well. So the next shirt I have is from a company called Recover. They're based out of Charlotte, North Carolina. And what they do is they take recycled materials to make these shirts. I believe what they do is they take 8 water bottles to make a shirt. And this is the only shirt that I've gotten. This is from the Great Chocolate Race, and I did it 2 years ago in Charlotte. So the next group of shirts that we have is from Hanes, and they come in a variety of styles. I have them broken down into 5 groups here. And this is probably the pile that I care for less than this pile. So what I have here is the Tagless brand, and I think I have 2 of them. Now these are, I think, just normal Hanes t-shirts, and they were able to get printed on. But when I see Hanes, it says Tagless, you're trying to keep costs down, that's fine. But these are thicker shirts. I'm not gonna work out in these unless it's really cold outside. The next one is the Comfort Blend. So this is a domestic violence run that I did. Now this shirt does feel a little thinner than the Tagless, but it's still too thick. When it comes to the shirts from Hanes that I want, we have the tech shirts here, and this feels really nice. It's a good thin tech shirt. Then we have the X-Temp. These are a lot thinner, feel real good. You can run and train in these all day. And then I think the Nano works really well. Yeah, Guardians of the Night 5K, they love using the Hanes Nano shirts. So these are almost as thin as the X-Temp. So that's what we have for Hanes. And I will say that Hanes is a step above another brand that we'll get into probably next. So the next set of shirts that I have is from a company called Gildan. These are the main shirts used because I think you're able to get them at a lot cheaper cost than a lot of others. I have these broken down into 3 styles. So there's heavy cotton blend right here, which I think is what most companies go with, or most race organizers will choose. Then we have the soft style, and what I consider the best out of the Gildan is the dry blend. First, let's get into the heavy cotton. So with these guys, like I said, I think this was the cheapest shirt that people can go with. So this is a race that I did several years ago, and I'm pretty sure this shirt was originally white. What the race organizers did was they tie-dyed them because none of the shirts look the same. Normally, a heavy cotton Gildan shirt's gonna look like this. This is one of my oldest running shirts. My wife and I did this race in Austin, and we've worn this quite a bit, but you can see that it does hold up. But when I see Gildan heavy cotton now, I'm not that thrilled. I'll still do the race. I'm just like, well, could we get a better shirt? Here is the only Gildan soft blend that I have seen. It feels a lot thinner than these guys, but it's not a thin running shirt. Here are the shirts when it comes to Gildan that I do get excited for. The Cooper River Bridge Run shirts that takes place down in Charleston, South Carolina. These guys feel thinner. Gildan, while it is headquartered out of Montreal, Canada, has a big presence down in Charleston. Since they sponsor the Cooper River Bridge Run, they know to get top of the line Gildan shirts down there. I'm not disappointed when I see these. I wish more races would actually use the dry blend. I will do a race all day long. I'm just happier whenever I see a non-Gildan shirt. All right, so the next set of shirts is from Anvil. Now, first you think that Anvil is just its own company, but it's actually a subsidiary of Gildan. If you have to stay with the Gildan realm of shirts, this is probably the one to go with. Here is a Get to the Green shirt, and this is a normal thin running shirt. And this is right up there with Tultex in my book, because I want thin shirts, and I think a lot of runners do too. Anvil, out of all the Gildan brands, is the way to go. So the other Gildan subsidiary is Alstyle, but the only shirts that I have from Alstyle are the Stephen Siller Tunnel of the Towers run. Now, I have participated in this race for the last 5 years. Last year's was canceled due to hurricanes and flooding, but I volunteered at the first race, and then I ran in the next 3. You need a shirt for volunteers to wear to show that they're a part of the race. And that's probably where a thicker shirt's gonna come in great. But this is a race that I do hold dear in my heart. And it is one that probably helps elevate the Alstyle brand for me as well. All right, so the next set of shirts that I have is Next Level. These feel very similar to Tultex. I'm gonna show you this shirt because this is pretty unusual when it comes to running shirts. This was for the airport run, I believe. You see it that it's long sleeve, but then there's a hood here. Now this is a very nice thin material. Again, as a runner, I love thin material or a tech shirt. Do have other shirts here. This is with Team RWB. This was one of my Run as One shirts. So what I do with this one is I actually take it out on mud runs. I will not use bleach on this. All right, so the next set of shirts that we have is from Delta Apparel. What we have is the Delta Dry and then the Delta Pro Weight. The Delta Dry, I got this one from the Savannah River Bridge Run, and this is a nice, very thin long sleeve shirt. Now the other one that we have is the Delta Pro Weight. Now these feel very similar to the Gildan shirts, like the Heavy Cotton or no, the Hanes Comfort Soft. I wore this as an event volunteer. And again, you need to have shirts for the volunteers. And it's probably good that they're using the thicker shirts for the volunteers because since you're not moving around, you want something a little heavier on you. All right, so the next shirt that we have is from Expert Brands. This is a tech shirt, feels very similar to the older A4 style shirts. And this is from a company that is based out of California. Now, one issue with tech shirts in general, especially when you have a style like this, and this is not a knock on Expert Brand, but this happens on a lot of tech shirts, is you are gonna get a run or a snag in the shirt. Fortunately, this is in the back. I can clip that out and no one's really gonna notice. All right, so these two piles technically represent two different companies, but they all fall under the same umbrella. And the reason I'm putting them together is because it gets a little hard to find out information about these shirts. So we'll do the tech shirt first because this pile is just one shirt. Now this is a Sport Tech. I do have a snag in it somewhere. I thought I saw it earlier. Yeah. Now these two are Port and Company shirts. I haven't worn it too much because this will actually show it better. Is once when you get a stain on it, it's kind of hard to get it out, or is it worth the effort to get it out? All right, so I am lumping these 3 race shirts together because I don't know which company or companies made them, but these have the race brand on them. So first one is the Spartan shirt. This feels as thin as a Tultex, but it feels rougher. Now the Bubble Run shirt, it feels like a Gildan soft blend, but it is white for a reason. What they do is they will have the bubble stations with colored bubbles and the colors clasp onto the shirt. And then we have the Hot Chocolate sweatshirt. Again, I don't know who makes these things, but this is very nice. This is probably one of the best racing apparel things that you can get whenever you sign up for a race. All right, so the final set of shirts that I have, I'm actually lumping them together because these guys are from shoe brands. First off, we'll start with my Team RWB shirt. It is a shirt I wear at every race, and it is Nike Dry Fit. In fact, it's pretty obvious that I wear this at every race because you can see that the design is cracking. I have all sorts of runs down at the bottom from putting holes in it for the bibs, but this is my go-to shirt whenever I'm at a race. The next shirt is a New Balance shirt. I did not know New Balance made t-shirts. It says New Balance on there because I did a New Balance shoe demo run with them. But I am impressed that they went with a nice thin shirt, like they knew that runners want that. And the final set that I have is from Mizuno, the Japanese shoe company. Absolutely love them. This shirt, again, is thin. This is from the Peachtree run. I did a Peachtree run in Kuwait. This was not in Atlanta, but we got the same shirts that they had. I'm really happy with this one. This is the Mizuno Tech shirt. I did not know we were going to be getting a Mizuno Tech shirt when I signed up for the Daybreak, which is a 10-mile run. It was pretty tops on my list. Okay, I thought I was done. So what I do have is, for 9 months, I was stationed in Kuwait, and our military over there wanted to keep people active. They got with their MWR and set up monthly or bi-monthly races, and by bi-monthly, I mean every 2 weeks. You signed up for the race and you did it, you would get a t-shirt. Now it looks very plain in the front, but they would have the design on the back. Now these shirts, I have no idea who really made them, or you'll get a tag that says like original select. It doesn't say who made it. And the one thing that we always told people out there is, if you sign up for a race, get one size bigger, because these seem to go with European sizes, and European sizes are always a size smaller than US sizes. But these are thick shirts, which doesn't work well in a desert environment, but it's good for when you have downtime. And as I said, they just printed stuff on the back. The front always looked the same. All right, so those are what I have for running shirts for the last 4 years. Go ahead, let me know what race shirts you like, what you like in race shirts. If you like what I do, go ahead, subscribe. Let's go ahead, comment down below. And if you want other people to see this, go ahead, share. So that's all I got for now. Till next time. Bye, guys.